Turn up the dial, it's 10:30. Be back. Spin that back show, all the classics on track. From 79 to 99, we're crossing the gap. Album reviews, little known facts, hip hop intact. Saturday mornings, dive into the history. Samples and stories, old school mysteries. From early self-static, Shiraz and CDD. Nola Banapine. Turn it up, let the vinyl spin. 10:30 sharp, where the stories begin. From the golden era, treasures within. Spin that back show every Saturday when we break it down, the legends and the lore. Every beat, every rhyme, uncover more. From Grandmaster Flash to Nas's Raw, we're bridging the past, hip-hop's core.
Once again, it's 10:30 on a Saturday morning. Must be that Spin That Back show. Me and Mr. Nice Guy, and we're going to do something different today. This is going to be called the Spin That Back Extra. So usually we talk about hip hop from 79 to 99, what we consider our version of the golden era, the inception of recorded hip hop to the millennium, basically. And we got Mr. Walk popping up in here today. What's going on,
Mr. Sir.
Walk?
What's
Mr.
good?
Nice Guy, Mr. Walk, Mr. L. Pooh up in the house. And we're going to be talking about Sly and the Family Stone today. We're going to give our props to Sly Stone. In fact, do we have a picture of Sly up here? I thought I had a picture up here, my man. Guess I don't, huh?
I mean, I'll find something.
Yeah, I thought I had a picture up here. I guess I didn't put it in. My bad, y'all. But anyway, so we're going to talk about Mr. Sylvester. I forgot his last name. But Sly Stone, basically.
Stewart, I think his name.
Sylvester Stewart. The reason why he got the name Sly is because somebody had spelled his name wrong, like on a chalkboard or something. They put Sly instead of Sylvester or Syl. But anyway, the whole point of it is this man is pivotal. Now, when it comes to hip hop, this man music was used on a lot of hip hop, and we're gonna go through the list of a whole lot of songs that actually was used in here. But let's talk about Sly, man. This man was pivotal. He started off in like in the mid 60s, around 66, somewhere around up in there.
I want to say real quick, since you say he's been sampled over 1,095 times.
Yo,
that's a lot of residual checks. Like
it would be if he had his rights.
It would be if he got him. Yeah, exactly.
well,
it's a lot of money that was generated. Yeah, it's a lot of money that was generated. No doubt.
Well, for the ones he got, some people paid him. So because it's commercials, movies. Come on now.
Yeah, they paid, but it didn't necessarily go to him.
Yeah.
Yes, he was getting ripped by the record labels. Industry rule 2080. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big part of it. He won that big old $5 million settlement or whatever loss or judgment, and then they overturned it, so he didn't even get that. So I mean that's that BS that the industry.
Well, you gotta understand. Let's take it back a little bit. The man started he made his first recording at 4 years old. He started playing in the church and everything. He grew up in a very religious family and everything. And then he started doing DJing and producing. And then he actually got a record deal and started doing his own music. He got some of his peoples. That's why it's called Sly and the Family Stones, because some of these people was like, relatives. And then this was like the first group that actually integrated male, female, and black and white.
Black and white. Yep.
And they sound was so different and just, it was funk, but it was blues, it was rock, it was electronic, it was a little bit of everything, just all mixed in together. And it was a big impact.
It was like a fusion of Alabama, Bootsy Collins, you know what I'm saying, fused together that music. It was beautiful. Like I was just going through his stuff, and it was like I didn't even know he made that one right there. It's so much stuff. I wanna thank you for letting me be my. That was like I didn't know that was him. I didn't know. I thought that was a white group. To be honest with you, I thought it was a white group.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah. All right, since you brought up that song right there, thank you for letting me be myself. That's a
Again.
hell of a song. In fact, the most famous song that probably uses was Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson.
Whoa.
Listen to the guitar lick. That's slide right there, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Great song, great song. But the one I want to bring up since we on songs, the one that's probably most known to a lot of people is Sing a Simple Song, the drum line on there. The horns and the the drum line for deep cover.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Temptations by Tupac use that same drum line. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. Let me see who else had used that. Easy Does It, of course.
We used it.
I Know from De La Soul. Fight the Power. Freak Like Me, Adina Howard. Ghetto Jam from Domino.
Wow.
I'm the type of nigga from Far Side. Crooklyn Dodgers. Oh man, just a whole lot of. So I can just go on forever and ever just with this one song by itself. TLC. What About Your Friends? Let's see who else uses this. Make Room, Alcoholics. Same drum line.
Love those
Blow
songs.
Your Mind from Redman. Same drum line.
What's that song again?
Sing a Simple Song. Domino, he used it on like 15 songs on that album. Oh man,
Thought he was Sly.
He was Sly with that one. A Battle Cat, I think, actually did that. Yeah, it's just a whole lot of songs. The Nitty Gritty. Let's see. Full Force, Ain't That Type of Hype. Oh man, I didn't even realize that.
You talking about this one?
Yeah. Go a little further up.
Yeah, because it gets busy. It does, it switches up. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, and the drums are so punchy. They just, they did. It's just, man, it's a magnificent, piece, and it's so funky. If you watch it, there's a documentary that Questlove, put together on Hulu. It's called Sly Lives. And it'll really give you some insight and just how he came up. But I mean, just the things that he do, because you'll have people like Jimmy Jam breaking down the dynamics of decisions that he would make and stuff like that and influence. And I mean, it's a definite watch. So I recommend it. Go check out Sly Lives on Hulu. It's a dope documentary.
Yes, sir. And if you ever take a look at Sly, and you look at these old like cartoons from the 70s and stuff, how those people was like dressed with those funny suits and those funny hats and everything, all that looked like Sly. In fact, what's that comedian? I can't think of his name. It's DC Young Fly, I think it is. I think it's DC Young Fly. He had played Sly in some little movie or show or film or something. Looked exactly like this cat, bro. Looked just like him. Spin that back one time. Dressed like him. Body shape was like him and everything. That dude played Sly I forgot what show that was, what movie or whatever it was. But he was like quintessentially what you think of when you think about the 70s, how people was, how they looked and everything. They had the pork chop sideburns and everything.
Oh, man. Hey, that clip that you posted, Walk, man, I'm telling you, man. He was rocking it, and I thought he was about to get rocked, He's poking the bear on that one, but yeah.
Real talk. Come on, that's Muhammad Ali. Can we play it or?
I was trying to get. I was hoping that El Poo would play. Yeah, so.
Let me get that clip together here. Actually,
But that was one of the situations where, Muhammad Ali was very controversial. I think that's when Muhammad Ali was like on his 3-year ban because he wouldn't go to the war. So Muhammad Ali was doing a lot of TV shows and talking and sometimes they pit black folks against one another, like without you knowing. You feel what I'm saying? They puppeteering it, but they know he gonna say something. And it was kind of one of those things. Like Muhammad Ali showed some real restraint.
He showed major restraint. Major
Well, you
restraint.
know, Sly was trying to look, you know, he was trying to be like unifying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, and Muhammad Ali was all about his peoples. In fact, let's go ahead and play this clip real quick. Let me see if I got this up here. 1 second here, y'all.
They don't have the white man's flag.
I don't fuss with the brother on TV.
No, I know.
That's gonna be niggas and fools in front of white people. Let me talk to them. I'm talking to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to everybody here.
Well, I'm talking to them now.
But take your hand on my face. I'm talking to everybody here.
Let me talk to them. They ask me questions,
I understand.
This is our problem.
I understand.
You understand? We got to get together.
We're not gonna.
And I don't think politics have a problem. I'm talking to brothers.
No, but I want to change the flag. I'm serious, brother.
I'm not okay.
You talk about the flag over your head.
We gonna change the color of the flag. Okay, that's a heck of a job.
Yeah. Well, it is a job.
Now we know stuff that don't make sense. We're talking about something.
I guess it makes sense.
I hope people can look at this and see what I'm talking about. I hope the people can watch this show and see what I'm talking about.
Well, they will. They look at Mike Douglas every day.
People understand.
Black people do understand, brother.
What I was saying was this: is that I don't think I can be in no office in this government and don't represent the country.
There are a lot of blacks in Congress.
Tell you, man, he was asking for it.
Yeah. But Muhammad Ali was saying, like, if I'm in office, I'm gonna have to look out for my people because he know that they're in stress. And he, you know, I get what Sly was coming from. He's promoting more unity. His whole band is like white folks, black women. You know what I'm saying? I get both sides, but the atrocities that we was going through back then, in my opinion, was more important. He was trying to speak on like, okay, yeah, but still we can come together and have unity. Look at me. But that ain't the case in certain places, even in the ghettos. In the ghetto, you like, this is all I see. This is what I'm going through. I'm walking down the street, police arrest me, put me in the back. I might not live. I might live or maybe not. So, you know, it's two sides of that coin.
Yeah, it is. But you got to think about it. You know, Sly was doing some innovative things, like I was saying.
Yeah.
Black people and white people, you know, men and women all in the same group and everything. And they were actually a very, very tight group too. You know, the music was always on point and everything. Even when you look at like Soul Train clips, back then Soul Train was doing live shows. You know, everything was live and everything. It wasn't no lip syncing and all that. They was playing. They was always on point. Man, it was phenomenal. But anyway, and then his music, you know, he had a whole lot of hits too, a whole lot of good, you know, music and everything. We can go through his discography. I don't want to go through the whole discography.
Yeah, we ain't got that much time like that, right?
No, we sure don't, because I don't know all the songs anyway. I only know the ones that we know. You know what I'm saying? Like on the first album, he had a song on here called "Advice," and this was actually used for. Let me see what this is. Y'all know America's Most Wanted? That one part where it breaks down the little horns and everything.
Yeah.
Where it goes to, I think, the third verse, something like that. That's Sly. It's also used on one of Heavy D's songs too. I think Now That We Found Love, I think it is.
Oh, that's my jam.
Yes, sir.
See, this is why. Listen, this is why sampling works. It's when somebody creates something, it's infectious. And it should be used again. It should be. I think it should be. And it brings you back to that artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes you don't even know. I remember when I was a school bus driver in 1996, I'm playing the original Tom Tom Club. And my student asked me, like, why did they change Mariah Carey's song?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, spin that back one time. That's how people feel about stuff. Like a lot of people thought Lauryn Hill had made "Killing Me Softly," but you know they don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you was born in the '90s, you wouldn't know anything about that.
Right.
But during our time, the sampling really it brought us back to those artists. Like for example, Bob James. I mean, Bob James is one of the few guys that really embraced hip hop and stuff like that. So he's the dude always like, yeah, sample my stuff, you know, break me off. But yeah, he embraced that because it basically gave him life again. These dudes, you know, they had their time, it flashed, and then it was kind of done, and we resurrected them after a fashion. You know what I'm saying? So Walker's 100% right. Sampling gives continued life to stuff, and you know, it gives you appreciation. Definitely in our age, because you know we were still connecting with these artists. Technically, these people now are so far removed, but you know, we just got to educate them. That's what Spin That Back is for. So you know, we want to make sure the Sly Stone get his flowers for the things that he did for hip hop, for R&B, for funk, for Parliament, for everything. You know, for Prince. Man. I mean, he was Prince before Prince was Prince, and outlived Prince. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what it is.
That's going a little.
Hey, check out the documentary. Check out the documentary. They tell that there wouldn't be no Prince if it wasn't. When you talk about just how he carried himself, the music, just the revolution, you know, the makeup of the band and all that stuff. I mean, he was.
But nice guy, like you're right. You can't help but be influenced by. Like I hate when people say I'm totally original. Like even if you're a rapper, well, somebody you heard got you to rapping. Something. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody influences everybody. Like, but. I don't know if Prince. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch that. I gotta look, but I remember they had an interview of Prince at 9 years old. It was like the same when his ass was on Arsenio Hall. The nigga the same dude with the ass cheeks out. His ass cheeks just wasn't out back then. You know.
It was too cold because he was a little kid and he was in Minnesota. It was cold. You couldn't have him.
Spin that back. Let's get back to Sly.
All right. So let me get to the next song. This is his first album, which was called A Whole New Thing. So number 6 was called Advice. That's the one we just went through. Then you had another one called A Trip to Your Heart, which is number 8.
Woo!
And guess what that is?
I love it.
Wow.
That song is so. I mean, it's like what LL did with it was dope. But I'm saying the original song is dope. Dope.
But let me tell you a story about that. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. Papa LQ, which is Laquan.
Yeah.
He said he had made that track first. And he had sued Def Jam and them for using it. And that's how he got his record deal.
I know who Papa LQ is. You know me, Elpo.
Yeah,
from the Black Fist to the thing to I'm a Gangster on the Show from Roller 60. I know who Papa LQ is. I know with my nigga Mad CJ Mack.
Mad CJ Mack.
Yeah.
Spin that back.
Wow. Hey, so that's probably where Papa LQ getting money from. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we don't hear from these artists or see nothing. They probably done got their money and started a business or something, did something like, like, because don't think they just on the street broke somewhere. Because a lot of rappers and a lot of producers, and let's say Sly Stone, I know Sly and the Family Stone, they got paid for their music somehow, somewhere, and just doing shows.
They got paid. They were definitely rich at the time. I mean, they were buying a big house. They were buying, boats and motorcycles, and they were very financially well off at some point in time. But ultimately, they were just getting ripped off.
Well, they didn't
get their just due. You right?
Sly had got a whole big old house in Bel Air sitting on 6 acres, so he had money.
That's where he died at.
No, he didn't die. No, he died like basically homeless.
Yeah, he was living out of van, brother. So yeah.
Sly.
Yeah.
So.
Sly lost.
Well, also there was. That's the thing about it. You got to understand these drugs. Yeah. It's sad that we benefited by these people on their drugs and the psychedelics. They may have inspired them to do great artistic things, so we received the fruits of that. But the cost of it was what it did to these human beings. Because I mean, it's just way too many of those cats died early. You know what I'm saying? And it's just drugs are just terrible, especially those.
Nice guy. Wait, I want to push back on that. Drugs are good. Wait, hold on. Hear me out. Bring it back. Drugs make you feel good, nigga. I done sniffed cocaine a few times, boy. I felt like I was 10 feet tall and I could fucking step on a nigga and kill him. Like for real. That's how you feel. But me being knowledgeable about me as a person, I'm like, I got a drinking habit. I don't need this too. Because I know it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't know that fine line. Some people just don't know that fine line. Drugs do make you feel good. I don't promote it. It's not good. I mean, it's not good if you're trying to do stuff in society. I'm not in no position to just sniff cocaine all day. Now, if I was, I don't know. Look at Weezy. Weezy is in a position. Have y'all heard the Carter 6? Trash.
Ouch. And people have been talking bad about it. I haven't heard it, but yeah.
You gonna be like, why am I listening to this? But that's something for Spin That Forward, the show we got coming up.
Okay, but right now we're gonna spend that back.
Yes.
Stay away from drugs.
Say no to drugs.
Say no to drugs. They the drugs, y'all. The
Hey,
next album,
that part out a little bit.
the next album was 1968. It was called "Dance to the Music," and everybody knows this one song, "Dance to the Music." If you ever seen Shrek, you know this song.
He had to get paid for that.
Nah, that was back in the Shrek, baby.
Bro. Yeah,
the label would get paid for that. The problem is there's always someone making money off of this stuff. Sadly, it's usually not the artist.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The artist gets your money from touring. If you're not touring,
it's not even just the label. It's like the whoever controls the copyright, the publishing, and stuff like that. Those are the people that get the money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sly as a songwriter, he should have gotten some type of money, but he might have got swindled out of that too. I'm not sure. But I know he didn't really make too much money. That's why he did that lawsuit and got that $5 million judgment that got overturned, actually. So,
shame on them cats for that. Shame on them cats. It's like they got so much money and they can't just let a legend basically, just have that to sail off into the sunset with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just super disrespectful.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. But watch this though. It paved the way for the new artists to get your fucking contracts and your mind right. Start your own business, start your own record label, start this. Like, watch this. Bobby Brown said this. If you could change anything, what would you have done all these years? He mentioned nothing about the crack cocaine, the snorting, nothing. You know what Bobby Brown said? I just went independent because I could have did it all by myself. Mm-hmm. Bobby Brown said that. He would have never signed to a label. Bobby Brown.
Yeah, he probably didn't have the resources in the beginning, but still, yeah, and I hear what you're saying.
No, but he look it's looking at it in hindsight, like everybody do that. Yeah.
Hey, that one dude, I forget what his name is, Chance the Rapper. What he was able to do and accomplish as just an individual guy, I mean, forever salute that. You know what I'm saying? But not most people can basically duplicate that. That was definitely.
But that's the path that these artists they got effed out of money and destroyed. Living in cars.
Master P was a teacher of that.
Right.
A label, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's sad, and it's sad. That's why we do shows like this. Spin that back. We talking about sliding the family stone. This why we doing it. So you knuckleheads could know what was here before you. Spin that back, infamous album.
Yes, sir. One time. Where is it? Here we go. All right. So the next song on this album was called Higher. I want to take you higher.
Oh my God. He did that?
Yes.
I'm learning. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And that's been used on a whole lot of stuff too. Too many to go through once again. All right. Let's just move it on a little bit. Let's go to the next album, which is Life. Life, let me see what was on here that I know of. Don't really know anything on here off the top that I can say that was used. I know it is, but just forgive me because I don't see anything on there. So I'm going to go to the next one, which is 1969, Stand. Stand is a hell of a song.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to bring you back a little bit. You have brought up Dance to the Music, and we didn't really. I wanted to really kind of step on it that was Latifah's. I mean, that was her second single, but this was a big single. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, DJ Mark the 45 King produced this.
Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace. That's one of my favorite rap songs, period. It's really just one of my favorite songs. This is definitely a song that makes me want to dance. I love the little video. I love the little, just the little offbeat little kick that comes in and stuff like that. But the horns, I mean, they got the doom, 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 the little scatting that they did, the Sly and the Family Stone. But it's strictly a Sly rip. But I mean, this is one of her songs. This is probably like her biggest in the beginning. Like, Wrath of My Madness is what started off Princess of Posse, but it was Dance to the Music that really, that's the one that got the video. That's the one that kind of put her out there. And I remember the dude from was that the show with a 2.5 Men or something, whatever that's the dude that John
Charlie
Cryer,
Sheen?
whatever. No, but Charlie Sheen was on the show, but the other dude, John Cryer, I remember him. He basically did like performed her song "Dance for Me" on her talk show just to show her love for that song. So that was
I'm
like a big
googling
thing.
that. I gotta see
Yeah,
that.
I'm just telling you, man. It was
like
emotional.
Whitest mother dude ever.
Well, it was white, but it was love. You know what I'm saying? So I
No,
appreciate it.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Check it out. Yeah,
But-
check it out. Check
When-
it out
when-
for sure.
when folks- like this different talk. Like when white folks do stuff like that, it's like it's funny. You like if you don't stop that, but it'd be so funny because you know their heart is into it. Their heart is into it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when Tom Cruise had did that song by The Weeknd, and that S went viral. that song because he was just in his house feeling it.
Yeah.
I think to some extent we all do that at some time. You just in your house like I'm gonna put on that X-Clan or the Public Enemy, Rebel Without Applause, and you just rapping it, however. So, but this is what music is, and this is why it's so beautiful. It connects us. It brings us full circle because it's certain shit you hear. You're not thinking, is this a Mexican nigga or is this a white dude? You're not thinking, I just like the song. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we here. That's what we're doing.
Music brings us together. Music brings us together. And I always say that, one thing that I loved about when I was DJing or when I was setting up at Dublin's is mostly a white crowd. But white people dance like no one's watching. And just have fun.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
dance.
It's like they just have fun. And honestly, that's the most important thing. When you listen to music, vibe out. I understand that you're not gonna have the technical skill of Sly or the vocal skills of Mariah Carey, but crash out in your car, have fun, because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what's up.
Hey, one more thing about dance to the music. Remember NWA, something to dance to?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I use that too. Doom, 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 doom.
Oh, wow, that's Sly?
That's
That's the scatting I was talking about.
Yeah,
So
use that
that's
part
what
too.
that's what Latifah used, and that's what NWA used. So it's man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of samples on there. There's just a whole lot of samples. Just production was tight, drums punchy, and the songs were funky. It's just, man, Sly was a master.
Yes, sir. Hey, before we move to the next Sly legacy tribute, are we doing 5 minutes of funk?
Well, we do that at the end.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you want to do it? All right. What you think? I know you're not thinking about that other thing we talked about earlier today.
You know
I'm
I
not
am.
prepared for it, but that's cool. That's cool. Hey,
Say that
Who
for
won?
yes. We'll get it in a minute.
BC.
Well, the next album was called Stand, and the first song on here was Stand, which is one of my favorite songs from Sly because it just has these chords that plays, and then it's like it builds up tension, but it just goes back, and then at the very end of the song, it just changes. It just goes into his guitar riff, and it's just funky.
cuts loose.
Man, you
Got
got
the
to
noise.
on Stand.
It's just like, man, it's just nah 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 nah. Everything about that song was just dope. I mean, yeah. And this is a different vibe, yeah. Just a completely different vibe. And that's what they talk about on the documentaries. He says when you listen to this song, it sounds like it's teasing you the whole time. Like it's like something that it never delivers, that it's just constantly, you just feel like there's gonna be some drop. And then at the very end, it's like, by the way, bam, here goes the drop. You know what I'm saying? So it's just dope. It's dope. Jimmy Jam was breaking it down. Go see that documentary, man. Shout out to
Yes.
Questlove.
Very good documentary.
You know the churches was fucking that up. They play that Stand. You know
It is a-
the churches got money off of this song. The churches stop playing.
Oh my goodness.
Stand and walk your ass to that collection plate. Yes.
Yeah.
God said stand up. and put
block be greater.
Sing a simple.
I ain't about to post that comment, but what I'm just telling you, man.
Play it, man.
No, hell no. This
Sing a simple song is on this album too. Come to think of it, also everyday people. Everybody know everyday people. I am everyday people.
Arrested Development, you know.
Yeah, they called it people every day. But yeah,
that is an amazing song.
Then you can make it if you try. That's another good one. Number 8 on this album.
Wait, hold. Let's get to everyday people.
Mm-hmm.
That is like so true, because no one's perfect. We all have flaws. Everyone, you can look in the mirror. You might be perfect in the fucking face, but you might have an insecurity about, oh shit, they think I'm fat. And you probably weigh 102 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you might be fat as a house, and you're like, I'm beautiful. Or you might be a gang member, destroying the community or protecting your community. You might be a nigga who fucking walking down the street shouting fucking telotes. But guess what? Those are everyday people.
That's real.
I didn't know he made that song. Damn.
And that song was used in a whole lot of commercials. I think it was used like in a Toyota commercial, something like that, probably back in the 90s. It was always playing.
He didn't get paid off of that.
No, he didn't, bro.
He had to somewhere slide back some money.
The publishing people.
I got a lawyer that like could have got Sly some money. Like, yo, bro, you could do this, my nigga.
He was using my lawyer, but he had won the judgment, but they took it back. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
He had a song called "You Can Make It If You Try." He had motivational music, bro. You can make it if you try. It's a hell of a song, bro.
Infamous Self-Put. Watch this. If you hear your beat and I Ain't Your Boyfriend on a whole different person, you think you ain't gonna get paid off that Infamous Self-Put?
It'll be a battle.
You think you ain't gonna give you I think
I'm gonna try.
You goddamn right.
I'm gonna definitely try. So we're gonna try.
That's why I say Sly had to get paid somewhere, somehow, some way. I'm saying, damn. If he died homeless, it had to be the drugs, bro. It was the drugs, yeah.
What was the drugs, bro? I mean, the drugs is like, the root cause of a lot of stuff. So,
cocaine is bad if you overdo it.
But it is a hell of a drug. So.
It is. Hey, I don't do coke. I swear, when I said that earlier, if I had the money, I would be like, let me do a quick line. This nigga talking stupid. I would, but I know I'm not promoting it, but I know I can't afford it. And I got too much other shit going on.
Shouldn't do it. Don't do it, people. Just.
Well, I'm glad J-Walk can't afford it. Send that back.
My nigga know me. Hey, 2 flat tires on the opposite sides.
Yo.
In the rain.
Ooh, send that one back. No doubt. Let's move on now. So, 1971 came out with an album called "There's a Riot Going On."
Great year, by the way.
Great
year, 1971.
Must have been the year you were born.
All this shit.
And guess what came off this album? Y'all know that song called "It's a Family Affair."
Oh, whoa!
Now check this out. This was the first song you probably heard a drum machine used on.
Yeah, that was the first song that made a hit. That definitely, and it was the first song that was a hit. Because his drummer, basically his drummer was like, I'm out, I'm just gone, whatever. And he said that people was like clowning him, like, you're going to use this crappy machine, you're going to use this crap on whatever. But he flipped it. He still found a way to be innovative with it to actually pull something out. Because, that's what they were talking about. And at the end of the day, it's a great song. It's a great song. He did it.
With that beat, it was like the.
Yeah, that's the drum machine. Yeah, it's the drum machine.
We love that, yo. Let me tell it's a quick story. It was all right. On Hauser Boulevard, our family lived in one. Cousins live down here. Cousins live right there. More cousins over here. And a 4 complex thing, and we would be chilling. We was all little kids. It was two songs we'll play. We are family, and it's a family affair. That meant like, if you're not family, you got the potential to get your ass beat up, and it's gonna be kind of bad. What's up, Renata? Sheila, Tony. Hey, Raymond. What's up, my nigga?
Let me talk about some more standouts on this album. It's a song
Hey, I
called
love you.
You Caught Me Smiling Again. I love that damn beat. Boom, doom, doo, 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 doo. I forgot who used it. I think the Boys, I think, had used it, but somebody else had used it too on some rap song. I gotta go research that. Let me see.
Everybody
Anyway.
use this shit, nigga. I'm blown away. I'm on this. I'm doing the show with y'all. That's why I love to spin that back show. Wait, spin that back real quick. I'm learning as I'm doing the show. Slide the family soul, baby. Salute. Damn.
Hey, shout out to B Greater and Scooby. I'm not about to play your comments, but I appreciate your clicks.
Come on the show.
No, please do not. I'm gonna show you these comments after the fact.
KD.
All right. So that was a good song, though. Anyway, it was used on a few things. Let me see what else. Running away to get away. Dun 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 dun. That's what Tribe Called Quest they used on one of their songs. Dun 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 dun. I forgot what song that was. That was on the first album, I think, right?
Yes, that was on the first album, and I mean, man, it's such a humble sort of like, you know, beat. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that you flip. But man, it's man.
Yes, sir. And then let me see. Oh,
After Hours is a song.
here's another one called "Thank You for Talking to Me, Africa." That was used on one song I remember is Dub C and the Mad Circle, Out on the Furlough.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Doom,
Because I'm out on the furlough. Oh, that's yeah.
That beat right there go hard.
I love that. That's talking about. Wait, can I tell the story?
Go ahead.
How much time we got? All right.
Enough?
Now, out on the furlough. Furlough is like, it's like a work release program from jail. You're supposed to be doing time, but if you got something constructive you can't do, you can do it. Sometimes niggas get in that house, it's a furlough. You just don't want to be in the county jail no more. And then you like, okay, let me look for that. They didn't change the program. But my homeboy, rest in peace, my nigga Milton. He was on a furlough. Listen to this, but they had him in the house. This dude, he climbed a tall ass gate. And his mission was to get a cold beer.
Mm.
He climbed it to the top. Y'all remember when we was young? We climbed to the top, you jumping down.
Mm-hmm.
He jumped down, shattered his ankle.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Shattered it. And he's in the alley like, hey, somebody. It took an hour for somebody to even know he was back there. So, yeah, out on the furlough, I feel that. Rest in peace to my nigga Milton. Rest in peace, Milton. Milton Eugene. I don't remember his last name, but we got the same middle name. That was our connection. And me and his niece was together back in 2005, 5, 6, sometimes 7, sometimes 8. It might be, who knows?
All right, so spinning that back to Schlasco.
Okay, yeah, let's get back here. We're on track.
Hey, all my chicks will figure out everything if they watch what I'm doing the show.
I know you've been dry snitching yourself the whole time.
Facts for years.
Let me say one thing about Sly. Sly, I didn't really know who he was, but I always heard his music. It was like innate. It was always in me. You know what I'm saying?
Society.
So it was just part of, just growing up and everything. You just always heard the music. Didn't know who he was, but especially this one song. The next album is called Fresh, 1973, which was a great year too. Gotta say that.
Yeah.
And then the one song, the big song on there was If You Want Me to Stay. And he only said that one time. He said that at the beginning of the song, then he just went on and just kept on singing about whatever the hell. I don't even know all the lyrics, but people love this damn song. But that bass line right there, Doom 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 doom. Then he goes, Larry Graham. Guys, say this too. Spin that back one time. Larry Graham, one of the greatest bass players of all time. There you go, Mr. Walker. Now look how this bass line changes right here. Just play a little bit.
I know this shit. He did this.
That is hard. Stop.
If you want me to stay, I'll be up.
I'm gonna leave it there. We don't want to get
Just
flagged.
friends.
Exactly. That I heard that in a rap way back in the day. I was like, what
Hey,
the
bro,
hell is
I
that? I know that.
That song alone, I think like 9 million rappers and sampled that.
Oh yeah,
Not
rappers,
my
singers.
bad, 8 million.
Yeah, exactly. And no walk, he didn't get paid for it.
Wait, don't stop. He didn't get paid from that.
That brother was living in a van down by the river. Yeah, he was not getting paid, brother.
Oh, in fact, you know what? On the DLC album, the commercial 2, that's where they use that bass line.
Yeah. You calm down.
See, music is the best. Always there for us, anytime, unconditional. Larry Graham, Graham Central Station. The bass line is fire. Red Hot Chili Peppers covered that song with George Clinton. That's right.
Oh
Mark
shit!
Cram,
Unblocked that dude. I blocked him. Mark Cram. Yo, salute. He said Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Hey, thank you, Mark Cram.
Heavy.
You are an official member, brother. You already know that.
He's our resident bass. He's our resident bass. Our resident player, musician. So
when you grow some cojones, come on the show if you got something to say. Pause.
It was another song on here called "Babies Making Babies." That's just one that I like right there. Honestly, it's a whole lot of other songs on here. I'm pretty sure that got sampled, but let me go to the last album that I'm gonna go to on this one right here, which is called "Small Talk." And the one big one on here Crossword Puzzle. Crossword Puzzle. Now, you want to hear that one? Go ahead and go to that one, J-Walk, and you tell me what that was.
That's kind of being kind of risky with that one. Crossword Puzzle, a song?
Yeah, Crossword Puzzle. When you hear, as soon as you hear it, you should know exactly what the sample is.
Most definitely you can.
Oh, Lord, it popped right up, too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
What's that?
Every goddamn thing.
Right here.
I'm gonna throw this.
De La Soul, yeah, everybody just slipped that.
God damn!
The boy was funky, wasn't he? Huh? Hey, spin that back one time. The boy was so funky, man. He was way ahead of his time. Real talk.
That's the one right there to me. Right there.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's a B3 Hammond organ.
Hey, look, watch this shit. Yo, wait, I'm gonna fuck y'all up real fast. We could be in the hospital. He's not gonna make it. All this shit. They can play that. We gonna be like, hey, that's De La Soul.
I first came across this song around 2005, 2006. When I heard it, it blew my mind. I was like, and then I just listened to it. Now I know every note on that damn song. It's great. That's what I'm saying. See, Sly is
Crosswords. Wait, but that's a, you know what? Hold on. Spin that back real fast. Spin that back. That's a terrible name for a song, bro.
You gotta listen to the song. And figure it out.
I would have, you would have been in the studio with the nigga like Crossroads Puzzles. Let's name it Funk, your funk spine funk.
Now you gotta know what you gotta know what the context and what it means and why he does what he does.
I
get it completely, man.
You're not gonna. I'm on fucking title. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, play a song Crossword Puzzle. Motherfucker, you gotta be like, what are you talking about, my nigga?
No, those that know, trust me.
But I'm just saying, hypothetically, if we was there niggas would have been tripping like, yo, bro, let me hit the cocaine. Yo, don't give him no more cocaine.
Hey, enough with the cocaine talk. But yeah, no,
Cocaine.
These artists come with all these type of songs. These titles come out of everywhere, and a lot of times they
Crossword
person. Hey, I once had a song called "No Violin," and that song had nothing to do with violence, but it was a callback to a Saturday Night Live skit where they were talking about violence, and she was talking about how all these blah blah blah, and they're not talking about violence, they're talking about violins, and she's like, oh, never mind. So I'm just saying it, but so it was just, but you know what I'm saying. So the song was about violence, but again, I called it as a callback to that SNL skit. So
how many times has this been used? How many times? Well, hold on.
You're not in the right place. Okay, you keep playing the same thing.
Yeah. He should have called it "Funk in Your Bones." You know what I'm saying, or something? Because I would never have thought to think crossword puzzles. I'm just saying. Respect, but damn, I'm up on Sly Sloan. Pause. Let's go. Spin that back. Let's ride.
Anyway, so that just shows the genius of Sly Stone. We just gave y'all just a little sample of some of the music they did and everything. It's so much stuff that's been sampled from this man. And he also made a couple of albums on his own called Back on Track, and I forgot the other one was called, but they didn't really do too well. So I don't even have them, honestly.
It better not be nothing from the 90s.
No, it's from the 70s.
Okay.
Mid-70s. That's where he actually fell off at. He fell off hard. And when he fell off. So he got caught up into drugs and everything. Last we heard, he was living on the streets in like a camper or something like that.
Well, he also, he had driven off a lot of the band people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, the band people were also feeling like, we weren't really needed, because now he's just basically like before they would do jam sessions and kind of create, and then they got to a part where he just had a studio in his place, and he just basically go create a whole things, and then he just invite people to come in and just go ahead and add to this if you want, stuff like that. So it was affecting those people. They were talking about it. They just said we didn't feel like we were being needed. We definitely weren't part of the process. So
wait, when wait, hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna post a B Grader made a comment that I can post. I'm gonna put this there. I know where he's gonna go with next, and it's gonna be hilarious. I'm laughing in the background. It's trolling, but it's actually very funny. Just not gonna post the comments.
What you scared of?
Everything you think that he's doing. I'm not scared of nothing. I'm gonna give you one. I'm not scared of
nothing. No, that's okay. I hear what you said. Let's just go on past that. Let's go to this one. Hot Fun in the Summertime was a great song too. In fact, when I had the greatest hits album.
Are you afraid of something?
I had the greatest hits cassette. And that song got messed up, and I was so upset about that because it got caught up in my tape deck. And it came out garbled and everything. I was like so mad because that's one of those songs I always heard growing up, didn't know it was Sly. I was like, oh, damn, he made this too? Man, Sly was a genius.
Okay,
anyway.
Walk. Walk. So everything that comes up, everybody says something. We talk about everyday people. This is what he puts. Everyday people are in your booty hole, Trump 24. So then you bring up family fair. He goes, it's a family fair in your booty hole, Trump 2024. So everything's been something with booty holes in Trump 2024. So that's why I wasn't trying to put it up there.
Wait. I don't mind it. I don't mind it being played. I don't mind that. That don't hurt me. That don't hurt my feelings.
It's not hurt. I'm just saying that, I won't try to detract from it, but I do think I want to give him props for it because he's entertaining me. But I didn't want the show to be about that. So that's what I'm doing. He's not hurting me at all. Like I said, I appreciate your clicks, whether you're a person, whether you're AI. But yeah, everything's been so everything that you say ends up in your booty hole, Trump 2024, and it's kind of funny. But I'm just saying that I'm not.
Wait. Why not play it? Like, wait, hold on.
Hey, y'all.
Go ahead.
Let's spin this back. Let's spin that back and let's do this. Let's go to 5 minutes of funk.
In your booty hole, Trump 2024.
What's the topic for 5 minutes of funk today?
It's 2025 we in. Oh, yo, wait, watch this. the battle. Beanie Siegel and Lock / Jadakiss. Really was started with Jadakiss.
Yeah.
That is like Dragon Ball Z, like powered up.
Come on,
Let's
talk about it. So they made a few songs back and forth, right? They was having a big old battle, right?
Yes. They but it stemmed from Jadakiss was always sending shots at Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Beanie Siegel was just a battle rap. I got it. Beanie Siegel's in my top 5. Quit fucking playing. Beanie Siegel. And he was sending shots. And Jay-Z felt he was too big to answer a little kid like Jason, which is Jadakiss. So guess what? He put his young gunner against him. You go out, you do it. And he did it. And that was a magnificent, I'm talking about that era where they was going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go the whole shit. We talk about that little.
And this was like what, 2004, 2005, somewhere around up in there?
Yeah. A lot of that started, I was locked the fuck up and then hearing shit. And then I just absorbed all of it when I got out of jail in 2006. Like, damn. But they was back friends. They was friends then. But that shit, I was so amazed by that battle. And this was an equal battle. This was two of the best. Jay-Z, Jadakiss and motherfucking Beanie Siegel. And their crews were killers as well.
Yeah, them was some real ass dudes. So just, we have our people be internet banging and stuff like that and all of these are some real cats. So be tread carefully. The Broad Street Bully, the bottom line is you be careful because he was nice with these.
We glad that they didn't go to the streets for real. That would be.
So but the question is, watch this. Who won that battle? That's the question.
Ooh, good question. Let's see. I think Beans probably won that because when he was talking about having the ball, take the ball from you and kick
your ball over the gate, nigga. Shit.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
To show you who running the yard.
Yeah,
that's a bar right there, man. It's on so many levels that it's just
Wait,
I love
Jada. We was all kids, and if a nigga just hit the got him kicked out of the gate, damn, we can't beat him up, and nobody want to have the gate because we might get in trouble at school, boy.
Yeah, that was a bar right there.
Yeah, the bully. Yeah,
and he said, "I like you better than the shiny suits, so we can spot you." God, man, it's. But anyway, I'm sorry, but Jadakiss has some fire too. We cannot discredit that. Then the Locks got involved. That shit got real ugly, but it was real shit. These is like real street niggas who rap for a living, but they the real ones. The battle in total, I do give it to Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Beans.
I
do too. That's just what it
is. But Jada is that dude. Those are two of my favorites. They're just they them dudes. Someone got to be the winner.
Yeah. And one more bar, he said something like, "I'm gonna let Hov get Tommy Buns." Y'all know who Tommy Buns? From Buns from
Harlem Nights.
No, from the movie Nas.
Belly.
Yeah. He used the movie shit. He said, "I would save Hov for Tommy Buns." I'm talking to y'all the Locks, and he was like, they are from there. But this is kind of thrown on us, because watch this. This is kind of biased because I've been off the motherfucking whole battle, and I declared a winner I've been declared a winner, but it's like it's no really antagonist to it. You know what I'm saying? It's no antagonist to this story, but yeah. But Beans won, goddammit. Beans won.
Yeah, I give it to Beans, no doubt. But anyway, with that being said, We'd like to thank y'all for joining us once again this week. We should be back here next week. Hey, hit that like button, that subscribe, and leave a comment. We appreciate the comments that y'all leaving right here in the thread and everything, but leave some comments on the actual.
Even if it's a comment like this.
Yeah, even if it's like that.
No ghost account. No ghost account comments like KD from fucking basketball.
All clicks are welcome.
Like I say, hit that like, subscribe, and hit a comment. Join us here next week, 10:30. We'll do another Spin That Back show. We don't know what we'll be doing, but we will.
Happy birthday, Donald Trump, baby.
No King Day, y'all. We out of here.